Hello and welcome back here to Football Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming, where we're playing Bassett Football Club and trying to take them to the top of Premier League and beyond. We are in our first season here in Verona National League South, and as you see, we are just inside the playoff zone, and we hope that we can keep it that way until the end of the season. A little bit less than halfway there, I said, and we will see you at the next match day here against Dorking in a couple of days if nothing else really interesting happens before that. And unfortunately, the winter transfer window will probably be really boring because we don't have any wage budget left here. As you see, we're currently spending 25,689 euros per month, and we're committed to spend as much, and we got 325 euro per month left, and that is obviously not enough to sign anyone or rather to pay anyone. So we will soldier on here and see you in a very short bit. Alright, so here we are at the match day against Dorking, and as you see, we are favorites, but not as much as I would have guessed, but still pretty clear favorites, so hopefully we can work around that. So let's check here. Hartridge shouldn't really play there, so in with Riley Love instead. And Baxter is on the tired side, so we will play Hartridge there instead. And other than that, Edward, Richards, Chilvers, and Stern. That's a couple of players that we should switch. So out with Stern, and then we have Smith instead of Richards. And we have Britton and Brunt. Yeah, that's all right. And on the bench, Baxter, Harper, and Richards. Yeah, sounds about right. Could probably do with... who are we thinking on? We are thinking on Watkins, Stern? No. Who the hell are we thinking on? Reigns, of course. And Harper, you should play instead of Reigns. There we go. That's better. So let's kick off here and play. And loading for the first time in a while. Far too long. Let's go to the dressing room and hand over this talk to our assistant and kick off and play just as we always do and comment the match. Also, just like we always do here. So first 10 minutes or so and nothing really happening, no chance, no real shots or anything that that we saw. First highlight here now in the 16th minute though. Bassett with a throw-in the defensive half. Harper with the ball, dribbling it forward here to the midfield and tries a through ball to Britton. Britton is through and he shoots just outside the post, or not really just outside, quite far away from the post actually. So not really that great of a action. First chance here for Dorking Wanderers, and it's a goal, unfortunately for them here in the 24th minute on a corner, just as I were going to shout things like show some passion and demand more. So probably we'll start with a demand more here actually, or maybe not directly after a goal. I think we tried that before and that didn't really work out, so we'll show some passion here, and it's a corner there for Bassett instead, and it's going to be a penalty here. Brunt versus the keeper, and Brunt steps up and he shoots, and it's a goal for Bassett. So it's equalized there within 2 minutes. So good stuff there by Brunt and by the team to get back that fast. Not the best penalty ever, by far really, but it were a goal, and that's all. That's only really what matters. And a goal kick from Clark there, passing back and forth here in the defensive half and up to Edwards here in the middle, to Smith, even more in the middle, to Chilvers, and opening pass to Harper here on the right-hand side, crosses it towards Brandt, and it's another goal for Bassett here, and we take the lead for the first time in this game in the 31st minute, and Brandt again in there with a header. Really sort of a goal machine here in this season, more so than he's ever been in any other save that I've played with Bath City for sure. And last time around he really struggled to keep his place and just costing too much and everything, but here he seems to be making all right for sure. And yeah, in my FIFA manager save, he's doing all right as well. He's just not really doing too many goals and not outshining anyone. But here, he's sort of been doing that lately. We do have a highlight going on here at this moment. The ball is in the middle to Chilvers and passing to Smith here, back to Chilvers. And will he do an opening pass again? No, pass back to Smith and back to Chilvers again. And he do an opening pass, this time to the left-hand side up to Pearson, but he manages to do a bad first touch and loses it out to Dorking Wanderers here that managed to get the ball back to their keeper. So will be sort of a goal kick here. Durin with the goal kick up towards Pryor getting through, and a long shot just over the bar, quite far over the bar to be honest there as well. So quite a long highlight sequence there. Free kick by Bassett, and it's a goal, and we extend the lead to 3-1 here in the 42nd minute, just before the end of the second or end of the first half. And yeah, Chilvers' free kicks are always dangerous, and Britton faster and getting very well placed and a great finish there, and getting on the scoreboard as well, which is always great to have two scorers. So after halftime, we're leading 3-1 and have all positive team analysis, and overall stats are telling us that we should lead by a lot, which we are doing, of course. And I shouldn't have pressed end talk there, and that is not what I meant to do. But, well, can't do anything more about that. And we'll show some passion here. Didn't really work out at all. So we'll try to shout concentrate here as a next thing. Definitely even more so if they manage to do a goal here. That would be horrible, and they do make a goal here in the 65th minute, and they have reduced now. Bassett only leading 3-2 in the 65th minute, and it has started to rain here yet again for some reason. It's always rain in England during the winter half when all of football is played. Very strange. Yeah, not the easiest shot there to save, really, to be honest, but should have done better. All right, concentrate, and we will do substitutions here. So Brandt obviously really tired, so we'll switch him out. Edwards as well, really tired, so we'll switch him out as well. And the last player will be Hartridge. Yeah, Hartridge. Right. So obviously this is far closer than it needs to be, and we do have another highlight here in the 78th minute. Person with the ball just reaching and that very long throw-in, but a little bit worried there that Dorking Wanderers were going to take control on the ball here again, but not the case. The ball up to Riley Lowe, passing back to Baxter, and a cross ball up to Rains on the right-hand side, and he crosses it towards Pearson, and he heads, and it's over the top bar, or on the top bar, and out, unfortunately, for a goal kick. And we don't really want to see any more highlight here, but we get one anyway here in the 86th minute, and Chilvers with a cross towards Britton, and Britain are not getting on hold of that ball. So it's a counter attack here for Dorking. Dorking are getting through prior with a chance here for an one, but he crosses it, and it's a shot from Moore, and it's a goal for Dorking Wanderers here in the 86th minute. And that's not at all the second half we would like to have, and maybe that was my error due to pressing and the talk without really having a halftime talk here. It's all falling together here in the second half, and that is definitely a ball that Clark should have been able to get his hands on at least. And into the extra time, and we are having the end result here 3-3 for Bassett versus Dorking, and shots 23-8, shots on target 10-5, possession 52-48%. So honestly, I think the second half were a pretty even one, but Dorking won that 0-2, and obviously that is not the result that we expected after that really great first half. And overall, we are very unhappy with the result, I would say, and feel sort of robbed here. Very frustrated, and we should really have won that game. Still in 7th place after that match, and yeah, really frustrated. At an 868 there to that game, we'll race front. And yeah, I'll see you at the next match here in 3 days against Braintree Town. Another match that should be easy. Hopefully we will actually manage to hold it together better then. But see you shortly. Alright, so we're back from the short break, and I probably shouldn't start every time with alright, but that's my go-to word there, I guess. So we are meeting Braintree, as said here, and we are much clearer favorites here. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this together. And we are playing our best team. Riley Lowe here is a little bit tired, so we'll switch around here again. So Hartridge will get another chance here to play from the start. Other than that, everyone is all right. Then we'll submit the team and go on here directly. And overall, for the tactics, we are getting some tips before the match, and we are listening to that each and single time that our assistant manager suggested, and we're following that blindly pretty much, except the get stuck in option, because I really don't like that one. It's more or less means that the players will get so many yellow cards leading to red cards, and that's just unnecessarily overall, I feel. So first highlight here in the 13th minute, Bassett with ball, Edwards passing to Britton and back to Edwards, and he plays it wide to Pearson but misses, and the ball to Brunt to Chilvers and to Pearson after some pinball, but he shoots in just outside the post there, and this time really just outside, but it were happening all so fast I couldn't keep up with the commentating there. Oh Jesus, why were that so hard to say? Very strange. But yeah, no more highlights so far in this first half. We seem to be dominating in terms of stats, but pretty slow first half here for sure. We do have a highlight here in the 43rd minute, probably the last one of this episode, half time, or not half time either, of this, just of this half. It's because probably in my mind I probably got confused there, because in Swedish it's half play. Really, if you translate it word by word, or yeah, so to say, it's not a word that is put together. It's just called halvlek, which is half play, which is really strange. But anyway, that is it for the first half here in the match against Braintree. And as I said, we are dominating, but not really getting anything out of it so far. And so far, totally goalless. So we'll hand over to assistant ×2 here and end the team talk and start the second half. And as we're doing that, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying Football Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming. And if you're doing that, I hope that you have pressed the subscribe button. If not, it's definitely time to do that now, as well as or as you're doing that, rather, you could always hit that notification bell if you want to be really sure of not missing out on anything. And I thoroughly recommend doing that if you want to stick around and follow along on the journey. So what more? Who more should we switch out? Harper here, and Batten is tired, so I think we'll... or actually, we'll put in Partridge to the middle and put Riley Lowe in here. And Edwards is also tired. And I don't really think we have anyone that great to put in there. But I guess it's going to be Richards. And we'll confirm here and we'll start shouting. Show some passion. And demand more. Come on. Come on. Oh, our assistant is shouting something, I guess. And we are not allowed to demand more. Oh, just extra time to go here. And we seem to be not able to do a goal here either. And a very uneventful second half there. Nothing at all getting seen there, I think. So the full-time result is 0-0 for Bassett versus Braintree Town. Shots 19-3, shots on target 10-1, and possession 62-38%. So obviously, looking at stats and everything, we should have won that game. No one playing really too bad, but we just couldn't manage to get a goal in there, which is really frustrating. Two frustrating matches here in a row for sure. Still 7th in the league here, and let's see here. Yeah, miss chances to win. 909 attending that game, and we'll have a short break and see you in 7 days at the match against Oxford City. So we're back here again, and it's time this time for the match against Oxford City that are just above us in the league table. Even though we're playing as an away team, we are slight favorites according to the bookmakers, which is nice, definitely considering that they have better current form and better league position and everything. So hopefully we can manage to do something here. As you see in the league table there, it's kind of tight below us, not so much upward. So this is really sort of a key match for us to do a good result. So I hope that we can do that. In between here, since the last match, we have got an offer for a man that we have accepted here. So if he gets transferred, we will have a little bit of room in our wage budget, so we'll maybe try to find someone to go in to your team if possible. And Riley Lowe is now definitely good enough to play, or fresh enough to play. And also, if you are hanging around and enjoying yourself here in Rawslowgaming or at the channel Rawslowgaming, and for whatever reason are interested in supporting the channel even more, do check out the membership tab and the membership offers. And there I missed to do the team talks and everything, but hopefully they manage anyway. Yeah, do check that out, because you can get your chance to name one youth player per year from the youth intakes in either Football Manager 2020 or FIFA Manager 2021, as we are starting to play that, which will be, well, probably in a month time from when I'm recording this, as this is coming out, probably already have started. but we will see. You never know how things play out. So we did have a highlight here for Bath City that were a shot or a header in the post, but unfortunately we didn't manage to get it into the goal. But hopefully that can happen here, maybe. Or goalkeeper passes around from the goal kick, and there is a lot of room here. Schiller's faster, passing up to Brunt, playing it wide toward Edwards. Edwards managing to get in through Britton one-on-one versus the keeper, but the keeper stays and out for a corner. But yeah, a very good sequence there for Bath City. And here comes that said corner. Really low with the corner and only straight to Oxford City players. Riley Lowe getting a second chance towards Brunt, but unfortunately not reaching that either. Edwards coming around and crosses it, and still only to Oxford players. And next up here, in the first half, a highlight for Oxford City in the 36th, 37th minute. Throw in that they have managed to do very well with, but gotten dispossessed there a little bit. Unlucky for them, unlucky for us, and the ball all the way up to Britton, but trying to do a counter-attack versus 10 opponent players and no one really filling up there is hard. Pearson with a shot, and it's a goal for Bath City here in the 37th minute. A very low struck shot there that managed to trickle in under the keeper. Definitely very great for us, for sure. And yeah, let's have a look on at that again. Yeah, fast touch there, and Pearson just smashes it away. As I said, low, but pretty much in the middle of the goal, and the keeper should definitely have been able to get to that. We're decent power behind that, so that's pretty good, and definitely had the offside line with us as well. As you saw, very slim to the side to being onside. So after one half, Bath City leading 1-0, which is definitely nice here after these couple of matches that we have had. Of course, the first match we were looking really good as well in halftime. And yeah, we will continue here and hope that we can keep it together. Looking at stats, definitely we're right that we're leading, considering we actually hit the target, and Oxford City not so much, and also have a good possession here. First highlight in the second half, Bath City again, or Clark again, with passing very shortly there, but that's just how we build up our goal kicks. The ball to Pearson here on the left hand side, and he shoots, and very far out, and no power whatsoever behind it. Don't know why we got to see that highlight. Very strange, but all right. Next up, another highlight. Bath City in control of the ball. Edwards with it here on the right hand side, passing into Chilvers to Smith, still in our own half. Passing back to Clark here, and Clark passes to Batten here in the defense, and back to Clark again, and actual goal kick up to Brunt, and Pearson managing to get the ball and driving it up here, and one-on-one versus the keeper, and a good shot at this time, but the keeper managed to deflect it out for a corner. And here comes the corner from Chilvers. And straight at the Oxford's players. Edwards snatching up that loose ball, but touching it out to throw in for Oxford City, pretty uncontested, so not too great. And we have passed the 60-minute mark. So time for a couple of substitutions. Brunt going out, and Edwards as well here. So playing Reigns, should play Richards more in those situations probably, so we'll actually switch him out there, and who can play Reigns still here instead of Harper actually. And a little bit risky doing all three subs at once here at this stage, but in general it's just easier rather than doing subs more times in the match. It's just sort of time wasting for everyone. A highlight here in the 83rd minute, and I had just over the top bar there from that free kick by Oxford City. Really dangerous stuff there. Hopefully no more highlights here with 3 minutes of extra time, and there we have it, full time, and the final result for Bath City versus Oxford City after full time is a 1-0. So finally a win here for Bath City against the toughest opponents of this 3-match episode, which it almost always is. Shots 9-7, shots on target 61, and possession 56-44%. So said a good performance here by the lads, and we are definitely happy with that. And we're happy with that team talk, so we'll continue and end it there. So obviously we're still 7th in the league, a little bit more breathing room there, but not really, as we have Bill Gay or Chelmsford that is probably, or both, getting 3 points, so only 1 or 2 points behind to drop down out of the playoff zone. And speaking about the playoff zone, of course we are just playing the game as it is, without any restart or anything like that, because we are wanting you to show everything that we're doing here in at Rawslowgaming, Rawslow and nice and uncut as much as possible. Of course, here in between matches is a little bit too boring maybe here in Football Manager, so that's why we are cutting that out this time around. We did 200 episodes in Football Manager 2019 where we didn't cut that out. But anyway, as I were going to say, this time around, here in our first season, if we are in the playoff zone, we are going to restart the playoff matches so we get promoted to Vanara National League, just because everything really starts as you get up to Vanara National League, as your team gets to be professional. So the players actually can train properly and everything like that and develop. So that's the only time I will ever cheat in this series, so to say. And just so you know, if we're coming into that situation here in a bit. Pearson shines, and we'll praise Pearson here. And he's up to exceptional. And with that said, our talk about cheating, that will be everything for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you here soon again. And yeah, bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.